Believing in better is a mindset to pursue excellence in everything you do. It's welcoming opportunities to improve your farm and knowing that your best season is simply a starting point for this season. Precision planting is for farmers like you who believe in better.
This is one place up here, ain't it? You see it's really dripped down.
Yep, you made that one fine. Watch the electric lines back to an oil well that don't even pump. They are not very high. Got done with the river bottoms. We're now on the levee protected side. Pretty close to our Indiana grain bins. They're right there. Jay's mowing this road we have just for trucks for loading on. Make their lives a lot easier to be able to see, because there's a big ditch right there. We don't want to run into that. And I put a time lapse up on those little bins we got over there over at our shed. So I think most of the time lapse videos on the bins are done, because all they really got left to do is some little things and some wiring, which hopefully they'll get done next week. There goes Jay. Making truck drivers' lives easier, helping out his cause. Here we got subsurface irrigation in this field. Irridrain. It acts as an irrigation, or it acts as a tile system until it comes time for the growing season, and then we put extensions in each one of these 60 stands we have around the edge to raise the water table, and it works as irrigation then. It works good if you can do just a good system with laterals however wide you want, and then the center pivot's definitely the way to go if possible. First day of October, we're cutting beans, and I've got help today. Say hi, Ellie. Hi. Are you big time help? Yeah. Try to hold it still. Oh yeah, that looks better. Is your mom here? Did she bring you anything?
So the thing is that she brought me is cheeseburger.
Okay, bye. Love you, honey.
Bye everybody, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Tomorrow I don't have school, guys. I get to stay home with my mother. And my dad has work tomorrow.
That's right, I sure do. Okay.
Yep, I love you guys. Bye.
This is what one of those irrigation stands looks like, or whatever you want to call it. It's in irrigation mode right now. Water valve fills this up. There's an extension in there, raises the water level up to that amount. Then when you're ready to start draining out of it, pop that baby off. As you can see, pretty stuck, or maybe you couldn't see it. Maybe I didn't get a good shot of it, because that was a hard pull. We'll just keep her up like that. It's drain mode now, not irrigation mode. Time to switch fields. This here was one plant date. There's 3 different plant dates through here, just because this is drier, then a little wetter. So we're running out of dry corn here. So I'm gonna pick the first plant that is dry enough, and we're just gonna move right across the ditch. So that's why that time lapse didn't get a whole field. Got this section though, good enough.
still cutting beans. Just give you a look at them and see how green those look. And they're still got a little moisture in them this morning. They're 13.6 right now. 13.6 is a lot better than 10.6. That's pretty close to perfect. It's just a change. I think a lot of that were green stems, but the beans on them are right. A lot of that's probably from the fungicide we use. But we have found a substantial yield difference. So we get a big bump using fungicide. That's just something we're going to have to get used to. And it doesn't hurt anything, just makes them look green. We're really close to where we can just go anywhere we want to go. By mid of next week, maybe even Monday, we'll be able to go about anywhere over here, which will be different. We've been cutting around spots, but I think we're about done doing that. So just letting you know where the beans are at and what's going on with it. We're getting along well. We haven't had any more breakdowns in amount to anything. So all's going good.
Jumping fields again. This one's a dab wet too. We're gonna go to the driest one.
Okay, Garrett.
We're gonna change bins, so we got some dry corn at the very bottom. Then we're gonna switch back here, which is a little bit wet instead of a lot of wet, so it gets aired more since it'll be on the bottom, but not right over the well, so it don't block the well. Yep, pulling audibles left and right.
I wanted to show you a little bit of what we're looking at here when we're combining. These beans, if you can see down the row, there's some green leaves here, but there are no green pods. They're just green leaves. There's green stems, but the pods are all dry. These are testing 11.6, and they look kind of green from the calf. But some of them are a little bit greener than that. We just finished a field where we got it all done. We haven't done many complete fields. We've had to go around wet holes, spots that were held back by water. And you can see here, this is getting a little greener. We'll leave a lot of this because we're coming back anyway, so there's no use pushing it. But if you look out here, even these, there's very few green pods. Most of those are just late. They don't have very many pods on them to begin with, and all the pods are dry. These won't test wet, but they sure look like they'd be 40. They just are not as wet as they look. And while I'm on here, I want to say a word about the residents of Pine Island and down in Florida. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all of you. I'm sorry you had to go through such devastation. In some place, people lost their life. It's a terrible thing. We've been spending the last few winters on Pine Island, so familiar with a lot of that. And the scenes we see in the news, a lot of the restaurants we frequented, they may be closed forever now. They barely made it through the COVID epidemic. Now they've been hit with this. Not good. But I don't know if there's any equity left. So good luck to you. God be with y'all. I wanted to mention also about the hurricane victims. I know a lot of people not familiar with that area probably think, well, they had insurance to cover their loss. I'm sure some do, but I personally knew people down there, do still know people down there that just did not carry hurricane insurance because it's just too expensive. And I don't know what'll happen with that. Time will tell. They've got some great losses there.
Up by the grain bins. That one over there is the one they've been dumping in. It's the 250,000. I think it's got about 200 in it. We're gonna do this dry field right now. Dump on the bottom of this 162,000, which that's our biggest bin anywhere. There's our fourth biggest. Biggest bin we got is here at the Indiana place. It's 250. The second biggest bin will be the one that's currently being built. It's about finished at David's. It's 210. The third biggest is at the home farm. It's 195. And then the fourth biggest is right here, back here again. It's 165. And the fifth biggest at the home farm, it's 100,000. It is built back in the 70s.
Well, we're back on the bottom of the hill by Dad's house. Up there's the farm, as you can see. And of course that means the dope that looks just like the beans is following us around again. Really hate to run the dope through the combine. So we found a cure for that, and he is really happy about it. There he is, laying on the floor. Evidently what the tracks are made for. The dog can run right up it. And solved the looking for him problem, but he doesn't.
Grass Road.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today,
Yeah, I've had that for a while.
what? That's cool because you can actually see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Dance. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know
you could do that. You could
Me neither.
And this one, yeah. We got the kids, got the whole family in here.
Yep.
Got one up there too. Get him.
What's up? What's up? See you soon, guys.
They're for sale if anybody would like to buy them.
No. Bye, guys.
Okay, I haven't recorded anything today, so I guess I better be recording something. Got down in the bottom part this morning, didn't like much. On Mary Wilson's field, got the Wilson done yesterday. Moved up here on the Indy farm, around one farm there, one field, did about 40 acres, and then corner was getting a little bit wet. So we moved to a different field, another 160, and went up to the bins and did that 44 acres. Now we're down here on field 6, we call it. Today's been a little bit slower day because we've been doing the fields up the bins and things and moving around. But we're still going to get, well, I'm already over 30,000, probably 35,000. But still all in all, good day. I had a little trouble the last 2 days with my blower down here for my throat not working. The day before yesterday it quit. Fixed it yesterday morning, it blew a fuse. And ran it part of the day yesterday, and then it blew the fuse again. Well, up here in the steering column, my switch wire come out and grounded out against the pipe, the hot wire. So got that fixed this morning. But I'll tell you, I ran this combine a day and a half, one full day, without my blower on my throat. The shucks get balled up so bad, and I just hate that. Now I got it working again. Here it goes. Isn't that nice? I don't know why everybody don't put something like that on the throat for picking corn. Some people say I ought to patent it, but I don't know how I'd patent it. It's an air compressor with a pipe solenoid valve in the tank. Not much to it, really. Luckily, or not luckily, we bought them. The combine's got air compressors. If it didn't, we'd have to put some kind of another air compressor on there, which you could do on any combine to air up a tank. Put your pipe up there with about 4 outlets. That way it blows all the throat off, not just the bottom. My throat's clean pretty well from top to bottom. Got this one area here. You see the outlet right there. So that's stays a little dirty over in there. Think about putting another little fitting there to clean that off some, but sure do like that. Just hate it when it wasn't working, but we got her going now. Hey, little camera, how'd you like the ride?
We're working Sunday. I guess the other day I had on there when I picked about 41,000 bushel, and I had it on time lapse, so it didn't make it to the video Sunday. That was the other day. We're not going to get that much today, but get up around our 37 or 8, we're about always at. Here on the Ivers Farm, long good, corn's dry enough to put in the bin, and some of it's kind of iffy, but it's what I'm picking right now is about 18, I guess, average. So it's going in the bin all right. Corn's doing all right. Not as good on this Ivers Farm as it was on the Wilson Farm. Still hanging in there around that 200 though. So with as wet as this place was this year, that's pretty good. I haven't gotten to the white corn yet. Let you know when we get to them, it don't look like it's near as good. Used to be the white corn, I don't know, 10 years ago, it seemed like it made just as much, or even 6, 7 years ago as the yellow, but the yellows have kind of ran away from it lately, I think. We'll see what the difference is this year, but I'm expecting a good bit. Blower's still working on my combine. Finally found the problem, what was causing that problem, got that taken care of, so no longer an issue. Two more days and we will be to the halfway mark on the corn. So that's good. Some of the lighter part might take longer than the first part. Gotta haul some up a little bit further direct into the new bin. And then we get in Crawford County, there's 150,000 bushel goes into Lincoln Land direct into the ethanol plant, so that might slow us down a little bit. We're going to be where we need 3 truck drivers again, but we won't be able to utilize 3. They'll be using Gordy in the beans. I think they're picking him up tomorrow for him to help them, so we won't have him available. We'll just have to make do with what we got. 2 truck drivers, auger wagon operator, and 1 combine operator. Very breezy today, so you can see the shucks blowing around for me. Good for drying. The ground is getting very dry here, but that's good for fall. Maybe by the time we get done, we'll get a rain and then fertilities and stuff. I haven't taken any film today, but been nice and smooth with this field too over here, or most of it, except for there's one later maturity in there we're holding off on, so we jumped to another field, but got a lot of wet holes in it. Irrigation tile system just ain't the best. Not put in right or something. pop out and start this irrigation. He's picking around it, giving it a place to land. We're on a 60-acre field. It's a little bit of a drive for our 2 drivers, so I'll probably be sitting and waiting a little bit today. It'll be the first time for a while, but only 60 acres, so we'll get through her.
I guess I'll get part of the pass over there and you start that.
Okay. We're about caught up with the corn moisture over here anyways. A lot of the stuff that we're getting ready to pick. Well, it's all been about perfect. This field though it's run 17. That's about right. There's a later variety that we get into after today. It's a little wetter. Hopefully it's down to 18. It's a little over 18. As long as it's not above 20, we're going to keep going to bin over on it because we don't want to come back for that little bit amount of corn later. And then there is white corn, which is 116 days. So hopefully it's under 20 as well, which I think it will be. Time we get to it. I think we'll get done over here Thursday evening, Friday morning, something like that. I'd say she's full. That's about how much this auger wagon holds. Well, it's chain oiling day. We gotta oil his chains once every other day. Or we're waiting on trucks in this field for a little bit. Good time to do it.
This is the way I oil the chains. I walk behind the guy oiling the chains, watch him oil.
Need another can.
I brought 3.
About out.
It's all partial.
The irrigation made it out of the corn. It's not picked into where we picked. It's only 4 towers long. Does a lot of good. Dry sand bump right there. Wouldn't make nothing without it. Makes a little bit with it. Well, I'm waiting on a truck. Decided to come check out this tile outlet. We got a wet hole up there. There's tile. We need to put a riser in it, but it seems to be wetter than normal. Came down here and checked it out. There's a little bit of a wash here. Anyways, that's the tile outlet right there. I explain why that's not draining as good, but I broke one of my golden rules. I usually strap a shovel to the side of my tractor over there, so I always have one. I haven't done that this year, and it's biting me right now because I can get this dug off right now. At least get it a little bit with my hand, what I can, and come back later. Luckily for us, it's sandy. Found a pipe wrench. Not a shovel, but ain't doing too bad right now. There's an animal guard in there. I was wondering about that for a second. Well, there it was. There it was. There it was. Here he comes in at the end, the finisher. You got a bone that you're burying?
No.
There's Fred and the K-Dub. Oh, I missed it. He had to throw something to him. He ain't shoes on, just socks. People are gonna think that combine driving job's easy. You don't even have to wear shoes.
Yeah, but I got on my boxing gloves.
Okay, you do this job this many days in a row, which ain't much yet, but this is the 15th day in a row without missing. How much different days are different. Yesterday was in corn that wasn't real good, ground without spots, and it just wore me out. Have to go through all that grass spots, pick it up. I don't know, but a lot of things got to do with attitude. I wasn't enjoying it much, so I was really wore out when the day was done. Got a good night's sleep last night. Did good corn today. Feel like I could run a marathon today. Like I say, a lot of things about attitude. And today I got the right attitude. Oh, I'd like to also mention that my truck drivers and my auger wagon operator making fun of me because I go without my shoes in here a lot. It's so comfortable putting my foot up on these pegs. Must be a tough job, they said. Yep. Some people can do tough jobs without their shoes. Some people can't.
It's a bad sign. He's got boots on. Yeah. Got boots on, that's right. Usually got socks on, just hanging out. Got a shear bolt right there on that chain and broke. No one's to replace it here. No big deal. Be back working here in a minute. Alright, work's still going up. Fixed. Right there. This one also has one. I know farmers know this, most people, but got a shear bolt on it so the bolt breaks instead of, you know, something serious and something gets in a bind. This auger dipped into my wagon just for a little bit going through a steep spot. Probably what happened to that bolt. Fixed now. Getting ready to fill up Jay again. I've been getting a few questions on the grain cart, so I guess I'll answer those now. It does not have an automatic tarp. It's a manual one. Don't use it enough to really warrant it, but got some questions how it worked. Make sure what truck I got, what destination is going, so we know how many dry bushel we got here, plus the grain tickets. But that I do it all with this controller. You can move the spout any direction you want, fold and unfold the auger, make it go up and down, and the trigger to open your gate is right there, and it's all activated. Well, I'll do it on here by activate my #1 hydraulics while it's going on. I'm gonna lower the auger down, get my nozzles where I want it, my spout where I want it, kick my PTO on, give it up to the maximum RPM so it's spinning 1,000. Now I'll just, there's a gate underneath the bottom there, so the auger's running empty right now. I'm gonna open up with this, and you can open up all the way. And that's pretty much it. Do the reverse to shut her down and try not to spill any in the process.
I bet it looks dark from your side. Looks dark here too, but it's not very late. It's about 7:30. Just some pretty good beans here. This field has got a lot of 80 bushel stuff in it. Once in a while I see it up in the high 90s. Of course, the spots that are not as good bring it down pretty quick, but it's still averaging 82. That's not too bad. I'll take that. That's better than most of our beans have been. Probably better than most of them will be, but that's pretty good. We'll take that.